Welcome to the first episode of the Lease Purchasing Academy. My name is Alfredo Hammerdown Manning. As you all know, through this academy, I will discuss various topics about, understanding is, this actually for you, understanding the industry abroad, the different types of variations you have with selecting a lease purchase company. Understanding operating procedures, maintenance, things like that, understanding lane management, how is it detrimental to your survival, understanding relationship between dispatchers and different departments in your company, understanding the figures, the back end, how the economics of actually a load, what makes them profitable, how to break down what it actually costs you to operate within a mile, a day, a week, and use that configuration when negotiating your loads with your dispatcher, some sort to know and understand if it's profitable for you. So I look forward to helping you being successful or making that decision towards being a lease purchase operator, because I know overall, I think it's the best thing if you really want to be an owner operator. It creates a smaller gap for making that transition to being starting off entrepreneur, a company driver, into being an actual owner operator. And you got to ask yourself, a lot of people talk about lease purchasing and saying that it's not really worth it, it's a scam and things like that. But if you look at it like this, in the mindset, if you was to continue being a company driver, say for instance 5 years, where would you be in 5 years? Okay, so the average company driver makes between 30, 40 to 70 cents a mile. With that being said, you could live off that or your earnings, pay your W-2 taxes or 1099 taxes, which you're not going to have that many write-offs being just a 1099 worker without owning the truck, right? Because you don't have all those expenses. But say, for instance, in 5 years, you come to save $80,000 a year. Subtract taxes, $60,000. You live minimal, say $30,000 a year. You can save $100,000 in 5 years. And that's just far-fetched, just throwing numbers out there right now. But compared to lease purchasing, if you lease a truck, between 2 to 5 years, you can actually own the truck. All you have to do is manage your expenses and everything, and your costs of doing business to a minimal, and you can capitalize off this opportunity. So not only will you have that $100,000, so to speak, you would also have a truck. So what can you do with that truck? The possibilities are limitless, right? So you got to understand that. Or you can stay a company driver and be comfortable. But lease purchasing is not for everyone. In order to be, successful, you have to take risks. You have to be a self-starter. You have to be a go-getter, because most company drivers used to having everything laid out for them. They used to call in their boss and say, hey, I got a flat tire. They don't have to figure out, I got to go get this tire fixed. I still got to make this delivery. It's a lot of added stress upon you, but it's worth it in the long run if that is your mindset, to be your own boss, to have total freedom. Because if you look at the industry in a whole, a lot of people have their hands in the pot. You have the brokers, you have the dispatchers, you have the carriers, and the only way to actually eliminate all those people, if you get a truck and have your own authority and do your own pay work and do your carrier package to the brokers and things like that, which is a headache. So you're going to end up having to give some money up, whether it's the 5% to the, whoever you have doing your loads. And then you got to pay a, 0.5% or whatever for your factoring to get your money the next day, because sometimes it takes brokers 30, 45 days to submit your payments. So you got to have that in mind. So in the industry, you can be successful, but you got to look at it separately. What I mean by that is you as a driver and you as a company. And once you separate those two entities, you understand that the driver has to make money and the company has to make money. So once you look at those, you'll be able to evaluate the loads, you'll be able to evaluate the lanes and see is this lucrative for me? So with the Lease Purchase Academy, I will open up all those in different episodes. I don't want to make one episode too long. So I give you the insight I have. And I also, with the Lease Purchase Academy, I will also offer a mentorship, a consultation where you can reach out to me if you understand certain episodes. I can further elaborate on that and give you a better insight of what I discussed in that episode. So I'm looking forward to helping people, drivers, be successful in any way. If this lease purchase is not for you, more power to you, because the world, the world's going to keep going. Whether you're a company driver, whether you're a lease purchase operator, or you're an owner operator. But the thing is, what fits for you. Until next episode, thank you for tuning in.